What's up, Say Less fam? Back again with another one of my videos. I appreciate you tuning in. I truly do. I'm providing value constantly. So give me a subscription down below. Turn on the post notifications because you need to know when I drop. If you're on a grind to build your clothing brand up to 6 figures, 7 figures, whatever the situation may be, you're just starting your brand, you want to start your brand, you're in the perfect place. Now let's get straight into it. Sales Lifestyle co-founder Trenton Scott right here. Brand established in 2020, as some of you don't know, with the motivation to inspire our generation to do more and say less. Now, I built my brand at 6 figures in 2 years. Now, learn from my successes and failures. Don't just learn because I built my brand at 6 figures and we're consistently a 6-figure business now. It took a lot of hard work to get here, but I didn't have this information that I'm giving y'all now. So make sure you're tuning in, you're processing what I'm telling you, and you're applying it. As you can tell by the title, we're getting right into it. How to get capital for your clothing brand. It's specifically how you get capital for your clothing brand. And this is what I would do if you weren't working with a lot of money and you want to, and you think you're prepared to increase your income. You got to think, if your clothing brand income is increasing, your hard work is going to have to increase also. You're going to have to do some things you haven't done. Maybe stay up till 2 a.m. to package up orders. Hire somebody. Who knows? But first is you need to make sure you have the legal entities as far as getting funding goes, because they need to see a few different things to show proof of your business, proof that it has income through bank statements, whatever the situation may be, personal credit. And I'm going to get into that later in the video. How to get capital for your clothing brand is first to establish an LLC, S Corp, some type of thing. Do your research on it on Google. See which one is best to get. Get an LLC. You can look it up on Zen Business on Google. Zen Business. Get an LLC. It's dependent on your state. It's anywhere from $100 to $500, $1,000, anywhere from there. Now, once you get the LLC, you're going to be in a better position. Also, you need a trademark, which is, you trademark your logo so nobody can take it. I know a couple clothing brands out there, they don't have a trademark, so people can use your hats and in whatever format that they want. They can use your logo and they can't be sued for it. So you need a trademark, and you need either an LLC, S Corp, general partnership, whatever the situation may be. Do your research and have the accurate knowledge, and then move forward so you can actually spend your money on something that's going to help you and establish your business. Because that's the main thing. You want to get your brand established, you need to start off with that. Also, as far as personally goes, before you accept any funding or move forward and boost your income, is establish the money mindset. And what I mean by that is you have to establish a money consciousness, as in, abundance mindset. What I mean by that is a growth mindset financially. Even though maybe in your environment, a lot of people don't have the money mindset, where they might have the minimum wage mindset. Nothing wrong with that. I'm saying, or they might have a different mindset of just scarcity. The $25 hat is too much, whatever the situation may be. Talk about money in a good way because it hears you. And what helps me develop my money mindset over the years is the book called Think and Grow Rich. You probably heard of it. You can look up the audio book on YouTube if you're too lazy to read. Think and Grow Rich. Study that and play that constantly. Then the audio book of The Science of Getting Rich. Those two books are preparing your money mindset. Read those. Hear the audio books on YouTube. They're for free. If you don't do what I'm telling you right now, you're not going to develop the money mindset unless you already have it. So the next thing is, this money mindset is going to develop over time. And all it is preparing your mind for the riches that are about to come. Because your mind needs to be prepared. You need to maybe sit down and just meditate and think about where you want to be as far as financially goes in your life and things of that sort. To just help you develop the money mindset so you can have confidence that you're going to get there, so you can believe in yourself. All right. The third thing is build your personal credit. Now, if you don't have personal credit, once you turn 18, you can get personal credit. As in far, you can get a credit card with $1,000 on it. No, that doesn't mean get a card and start blowing $1,000. No, that means keep your utilization under 30% at all times. If you use it, okay, that's okay. Get it back to 30% before the statement date. And look up some videos on YouTube on how to build your credit, things of that sort. But that's another video. I'll have how to build your credit for another video. But what you can do is simply keep it under 30%. So if you have $1,000 limit, then you need to not be spending over $300 on that credit card or using that. And by the time your statement date comes, which means that they're producing a statement, which they see your balance. If your balance is over 30%, it needs to be towards 10% in order for you to really gain growth as far as credit goes. But it's not your credit score won't be affected if it's under 30% utilization. That's as far as personal credit goes. You can use personal credit for your business stuff, but like I said, keep it low, keep the utilization low, and your credit score will gradually grow. Also, once you have those things in place, your personal credit is anywhere from a 660 to a 800. Now you have a LLC, you have trademark, you have business bank statements, you have a business bank account, which you need an LLC for. You need an EIN number, and getting an LLC helps you get the EIN number. All right, so first is how to get capital from your clothing brand is if you or a family member is a Navy Federal member and they were in the Navy, they're a Navy Federal member. Navy Federal Credit Union is one of the best credit unions to use if you have an LLC or a business. Now you need to get a business membership, which is online. Talk to a customer representative. If you're already a member of Navy Federal, this can work. If you're not a member of Navy Federal, this will not work. And I'm going to tell you some other options if you're not a Navy Federal member. But you can go to them and get a $35K credit line. You can go to them and do things of that sort. If you're a Navy Federal member and you have a business membership through them, they may approve you for that basic because they just do a personal credit check. If your personal credit check has good history, you need to build up your history too. Like I said, we'll get into that personal credit video later on. But you need to just build that up. Also, you need to develop business credit, but we'll get into that too. Right now, you need capital because you have $0 and you have no money, and this will help you right here. So aside from Navy Federal, if you're not a Navy Federal member, another company that you can look up for funding is On-Ramp Funds. That's another company that you can look up for funding, and they should give you funding off of your business bank statements to see what your income is. Now, they're not going to give you a whole bunch of funding if your income is not that great. If you're only pushing $1,000, $2,000 a month, they might only give you $200. Who knows? But more capital, the better right now. And the way you practically pay them off is depending. For Navy Federal, whatever loan you get, whatever the situation may be, is the payments are due through your daily sales. It depends the company's guidelines, but just make sure you're reading it before you go ahead and sign off on getting funding. Now, this is going to help you if you have already generated some income, but you're trying to get to the next level, which is getting funding for your business and increasing your capital. So in the end, you can increase your cash flow. So that way your revenue will go up, your income will go up, and everything else will follow. Payments are usually made monthly, weekly, or due to your daily sales every day, or they might have a fixed rate, which is like $200 a month. $200 a month, you got to pay back the loan. Now, depending on what loan you get, that all varies. You have to do the research yourself. Now, another company that can help you out is Select Funding. None of these are promos. I'm just giving them out to you because one, I've used them, and one, I have experiences of it. So Select Funding and On-Ramp Funds are the two companies that you can reach out to if you have an LLC and you have your brand or S Corp, whatever situation may be, and you have business statements that are generating at least $2,000 to $3,000 a month minimum. And that's what you should do. And you can even reach out if you haven't generated that much money and they base it off of personal credit. That's why I said Navy Federal is great. But those two other companies are great in also building your capital and getting funding. So that's why I would say seek loan opportunities or funding opportunities and read anything before you sign it. And, you know, once you develop that money mindset, you'll be in a good position. Read The Richest Man in Babylon too, as far as that goes, to tell you, you know, you should be saving 40% of your income, And literally, there's money laws. You can even look them up on YouTube, money laws to help you save your money. Because you want to make sure once you start making money that you're also putting away money. So those are some companies. You also want to keep in mind the borrower is the slave to the lender. Don't over leverage yourself. Don't reach out to Select Funding and On-Ramp right after you hear this if your income is like $5K a month. Don't be reaching out to them right away. Reach out to one, then, you know, build a relationship. These companies, these loan companies want you to build a relationship with them. You can even They want you to build a relationship with them, as in, you keep paying off your loans you get, and eventually you can get a 50K loan from them, whatever the situation may be. But don't over leverage yourself and reach out to too many companies. I say just stick with 1 or 2 companies if your income is good. And a bonus company you can reach out to if you have your website through them is Shopify, and they have Shopify Capital. They give you capital based on your daily sales. And that's pretty much it as far as funding goes. There's many more companies out there, but you have to do the research for yourself. I just gave you a bunch of sauce on as far as getting loans, funding, whatever the situation may be, and developing that money mindset. Go check out those books. I hope this video provided value to you. Co-founder Trenton Scott, checking out. Subscribe down below.